Getting out on track always seemed like it was something pretty unattainable for me.
So I've really always just been on the sidelines, shooting photos, wishing I had built my car already. I don't know a ton about shocks. I get the rough idea how they work. These have like 10 clicks of adjustment that make them stiffer, and apparently all the way on their lowest setting they're stiffer than what would be stock in the car. So I guess we'll just make some test runs and click it a bunch and see what happens, see how miserable we can make this car ride. This whole idea kind of started right around 2016. Mike Pixley and I went to a VSCDA race at South Haven, and I brought my camera. Anything that moved, I pretty much liked to shoot photos of it. My very first MG was a 79 MGB, and I built in the back corner of my garage with hardly any room to walk around it. Made it run and drive, shined it up, and just enjoyed driving it. I lost that car to a battery fire and had to take it all apart, kind of salvage what I could from it. Kind of moved on for a couple years until this car came up. I drove 2 hours into Indiana to go get this thing. I almost left it there. I got to the guy's house and it wasn't at all how he described it. It's definitely not perfect, but at the time it drove so much like my other car, like my very first MG, that I thought, okay, that's got to be some form of a sign. And I used to drive around with Mike and his MGA a lot. And then he's like, hey, you got to come check out this vintage car racing, how these things dress up like race cars. Like they take off the windshields and they have these crazy tall roll bars and full cages. And like these are fully competition built cars. I wouldn't really want to take one that far, but it was really cool to see what they were capable of for the first time and see one actually not just being street driven. The nice part about MGs is they're cheap. They're easy to work on. I buy them for cheap, I part them out, I hoard the parts, and when something breaks on mine, I probably got it sitting on the shelf from parting another car out. There's so many of them made, and it was such a popular sports car for a long time. It's an easy car to keep on the road.
Getting an old car on track can be pretty expensive, and it makes track driving pretty intimidating to get into. I bought tires 1 year, I bought my roll bar the year before that, I bought a helmet the year before that, so I've been slowly picking away at making this something that I might be able to do someday.
This was going to be my first season on track, no matter what.
Track time itself is another added expense on top of all of this. I'll be driving with an organization called Summer Track Days this year. Summer Track Days is a really budget-friendly option to get yourself on track for the first time, which I think is really encouraging to beginners.
But yeah, it shouldn't be able to do that. Beep. Damn, that's a lot of words. Because I haven't driven this thing since, I want to say January, when I drove it over in the snow from storage to get started on it. A little torn because I really wanted my first ever time on track to be at Gingerman in South Haven, because I'm actually pretty familiar with the track. Been to a lot of events there, pretty familiar with the whole space, and it's a really safe track. The track we are going to is Waterford Hills. It's about 2 hours east of here, and it looks like a lot of fun. It's a really curvy track and kind of smaller, so that's what I'm actually pretty excited about this, because this car actually kind of thrives in that. Do we move? We move! I guess I didn't really change anything that would make it not move. It's definitely different. It's way too late to go out and really shake it down right now. It's really dark, and I don't want to smack a deer in it right now, but it's weird because it feels like the same car in a straight line, and then the second you turn the wheel and give it any kind of a flick one way or the other, it's like it would be a lot of fun in autocross exactly as it's set up right now. At least without checking the alignment or any of that. Really getting to drive the car tonight was kind of re-inspiring. Now I know where I can build off of. After tonight's drive, I think it's just alignment, get the roof back on, change some fluids, and then give it another real shakedown in the daylight and go from there. Perfect track day to me would be just getting the car back on the trailer at the end of the day and bringing it home in one piece and actually having enjoyed it, because I don't know if I'm going to even like this yet or not. I've always been really curious about how my car would make it through an actual tech line, seeing as how I built this thing kind of slowly over time, not really knowing what I'm doing, never had really any instruction on how to put a car together to survive a track day. Showing up to Waterford Hills for the first time, getting the car off the trailer, and getting ready to go into the tech line is when the stress really started to set in. Surprisingly, this actually works.
All the fluids are staying in it?
Yeah.
I don't see any wet spots.
Getting through tech was a huge weight off my shoulders.
Did I survive?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I mean, everything we talked about was far exceeded my expectations.
That makes all the late nights worth it.
Yeah, no, it turned out great.
Thanks, man. I'm excited to see how it connects dots out there. Cleaning the engine worked well. if anything else doesn't work today, that worked exactly as it should have. Cut the clip of him going, wow, all the fluids are in there. This is clean. So like, now what? I've never done this.
Now it's get comfy in your spot.
All right.
We are going to do driver's meeting since everybody's through. I think 9:30, 9:40.
Okay.
We'll go through all the flags, all the rules, safety stuff, and then up to you how you want to do it. But we got a bunch of instructors, so I can throw somebody in the car with you, or the higher groups start first, so you can get in the car with somebody else. Whatever you want to do, can be as invasive as you'd like. So
Cool.
if you want somebody all day with you and you with them all day, doable.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I guess I'll probably just see how the parade lap thing goes. And if I feel like I need someone in there, then ask around, I guess. I feel like a long time ago this car would have been dragged off to scrap. I always said I wanted to make it 10% more race car. It's one of those, it was once unattainable, and I just kind of slowly been picking away at it to make it attainable. That was a trip. Car has a lot more brakes than I thought. Apparently it's got a lot more power than I thought, because there was a couple times where I nailed the braking zone right and it had power coming out and it just worked better. It's funny because autocrossing, I kind of always had an idea of like what the car was capable of cornering wise, but that's much different. But warm tires, that's cool. Those things really hook. It's actually great. Like I'm really happy with all the suspension modifications for the front. Not that I had anything really to compare it to before, but it feels great. Like it's crazy to think that, like, I know obviously that can be improved upon, but no, it'd be really crazy if I could get a little bit more power in some of the inbound parts of the curve. Twin SUs might really help with that. Even more than last time. Last session out, definitely great time. Damn good time. Warming up to it was definitely way more of a challenge than I thought it would be. I definitely thought, like, after first, like going out on the first parade lap when we were laughing our asses off about it. Oh no! I gotta go through here going fast? Oh my god, no! Versus like the actual first session was a totally different feeling. That was, haha, this is funny, and then, okay, I'm actually kind of scared now, to, I'm a hazard and I'm ruining everybody else's day, to, okay, I think I can hang. That was pretty cool. That was a lot of work to make it this way, and apparently there's a lot more that needs to be done, which, with anything, like all the stuff that I did was just for today, was worth it. Cool group to run with. This is really kind of a long time coming, because this has been like almost 9 years that I've been watching vintage racing, just track stuff in general.